It was supposed to be an ordinary flight, just another journey across the sky. But that day, one man's silence exposed the loud truth about humanity. What happened at 30,000 feet made everyone question what it really means to be human. This is the story of the passenger no one wanted to sit beside. Before we begin, if stories like this touch your heart, backhand index pointing right, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Equi Narrative, and share your thoughts in the comments. Because stories like these deserve to be heard. It was Flight 237 from New York to London, a full flight on a rainy evening. People rushed through the gate, clutching passports, coffee cups, and phones. Among them was Marcus, a quiet African-American man in his late 30s. He had a calm smile, the kind that hides stories the world rarely listens to. Marcus found his seat, 21B, middle row. The aisle seat beside him was still empty. Moments later, a woman in her 40s approached Mrs. Turner, white, elegant, expensive perfume. She stopped, looked at her boarding pass, then looked at Marcus. Mrs. Turner, hesitant. Excuse me. I think this is my seat, 21A. Marcus, smiling politely. Of course, please. Narrator. But instead of sitting, she frowned. Her eyes darted toward the flight attendant. Mrs. Turner, quietly. Excuse me, can I change my seat? Flight attendant, smiling. May I ask why, ma'am? Mrs. Turner, whispering. I just don't feel comfortable sitting here. Narrator, slow, emotional. The flight attendant understood, and her smile faded. But the plane was full. There were no other seats. Flight attendant. I'm sorry, ma'am. The flight's full tonight. Mrs. Turner, irritated. Then I'll stand until someone changes with me. Marcus said nothing. He simply looked out the window. The rain streaks on the glass blending with his reflection. The engines roared, the plane lifted. And so did the weight of judgment Marcus had carried for years. Mrs. Turner finally sat, reluctantly, pressing herself against the window as if distance could protect her pride. Mrs. Turner, muttering, Can't believe I paid for this seat. Marcus closed his eyes, whispering a quiet prayer. Not for himself, but for the world that still couldn't see past color. When the seatbelt sign turned off, the flight attendant offered drinks. Flight attendant. Would you like something to drink, sir? Marcus. Just water, please. Mrs. Turner. For me, a sparkling water, and could you please serve me with a clean glass? The attendant froze for a second. Her face tight with discomfort, but she obeyed. Marcus pretended not to hear. But silence, sometimes, screams louder than words. An hour into the flight, the skies darkened. Thunder rolled outside. The plane shook. Pilot, intercom. Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seat belts. We're expecting some turbulence. Narrator. The cabin rattled, passengers gasped. Mrs. Turner gripped her armrest, trembling. Marcus turned gently toward her. Marcus. It's okay. Don't worry. Happens often. Mrs. Turner, voice shaking. I hate flying. Marcus, calmly. Close your eyes. Breathe. It'll pass. For a moment, she forgot who he was. Forgot the color she had judged. She only saw kindness. And kindness has no color. When the plane finally stabilized, she whispered, almost ashamed, "Mrs. Turner." "Thank you." Marcus, softly. "You're welcome, ma'am." 86,305. Hours later, as breakfast was served, Mrs. Turner noticed the crew greeting Marcus with unusual respect. The captain even stopped by to shake his hand. Mrs. Turner, curious. "You know the captain?" Marcus, smiling. "Yes. We served together once." Mrs. Turner, confused. "Served? You mean?" Marcus, "In the Air Force. I was a pilot before the accident." Her eyes widened. The man she had refused to sit beside was once a hero who had saved lives in the sky. Silence filled her heart like guilt fills a quiet room. Mrs. Turner, softly. I'm sorry. I didn't know." Marcus, gentle. "You don't have to know someone to respect them." As the plane descended, the clouds parted, sunlight spilling across the cabin. Marcus closed his eyes, smiling faintly. The flight was ending, but maybe something else was beginning. When the plane landed, Mrs. Turner stood up first. She waited for Marcus. Mrs. Turner, quietly. "I hope you'll forgive me." Marcus. "Ma'am, I already did long before you asked." She blinked away tears. And for the first time, she offered her hand. He took it, steady, kind, forgiving. We often judge people by what we see. Their color, their accent, their clothes. But beneath every skin, there's a story. And sometimes, the ones we look down on are the ones who've been holding us up all along. Remember, racism doesn't just divide hearts. It blinds them. If this story touched your heart, please like this video, subscribe to Equi Narrative, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Because together, we can change the story the world tells about race.